After decades of disturbing allegations and rumors, R. Kelly is under criminal investigation for sexual misconduct. Does this mean that his career is over? Now, Jem, this story, it's moving so fast, and to bring everyone up to speed, R. Kelly has been subject of really disturbing allegations of multiple women for decades. He married Aaliyah back when she was 15. Then he was in court over a child pornography case over a sex tape that he denied being in, and he was not convicted because the young woman in the video, she refused to testify. But now this is all really coming to a head again, thanks to Lifetime's docuseries called Surviving R. Kelly. What's the latest, Jem?
I've reported on this since 2004, and there was a remarkable sort of collective amnesia about the sex tape, about the allegations, about all those things, up until around 2013. That year, there was an interview in the Village Voice with Jim DeRogatis, who is the man who broke the story about the sex tape back in 2000. And that brought everything back up to the surface, and people who forgot remembered, people who never knew found out, and a lot of backpedaling started. Now, people continued to work with him. Few people, if anyone, were demanding that their songs be taken down. And Surviving R. Kelly just opened the floodgates. Everybody's just like, we don't want to be associated with this man. More artists, after Lady Gaga had her collaboration with R. Kelly removed, Celine Dion has made moves to have hers taken down. Chance the Rapper has made moves to have his taken down. It seems likely that there will be more. Sources say negotiations are taking place at Sony to part ways with R. Kelly.
He has denied all of these allegations, which is important to note, and he does still have many fans that are rallying behind him. Why do you think that is, even with the severity of these allegations, and now we're seeing them playing out on a docuseries?
His fans are very loyal. They don't like to see people like that being brought down. And a lot of people were, who are adults now, were raised on R. Kelly's music. The more things that get piled on him, the more he and his followers dig in their heels and just don't hear the evidence or refuse to hear it. And some people may not believe it. R. Kelly himself, or a representative for him, said that he believes all the women are lying.
Now, after Surviving R. Kelly came out, his music on Spotify actually jumped by 60%. Now, is there a way that Spotify or iTunes or any of these streaming platforms could just drop his music? Are they allowed to do that?
When Spotify tried to penalize R. Kelly last year, sort of the worst thing they could do was say, like, your music can't be on our playlist. And the playlists are very popular, but, that doesn't really sound like all that much of a threat. Still, if you're going to penalize R. Kelly, what about XXXTentacion, who was still alive at the time and was accused of strangling his pregnant girlfriend? So they said, okay, yeah, you're right. And they penalized him as well. And then the whole thing just spun out of control so completely that they just walked it back. That's the precedent for that situation. Having said that, they could make that decision, but again, I don't think Spotify is going to step into that fray willingly again, and they're probably going to leave it up to the rights holders, the record companies, or whoever controls the music.
Do you think his career is over?
His success peaked at the same time the success of the music industry peaked, okay? In the 1990s, when CD sales were at their peak. So he's got plenty of money. Now, how much of that he's going to lose paying lawyers and Lord knows what else he's paying for these days, that's hard to say. But, with his fan base, which is still very large and very vocal and very committed, and I mean, that was another thing I was going to say about the rise in streaming numbers. You get a fan campaign going, and these fans are very committed, and they'll just sit there and click R. Kelly all day, and his streaming numbers will go up, and his income will be healthy because of that. I don't think we can really say R. Kelly's career is over.